Welcome back, everyone, to episode 5. Today we are going to be knocking out some field work, and hopefully my microphone is set up. As I noticed in my last stream, it was very low. You couldn't hear me in the beginning of the episode, and when I finally got it fixed, it was still very low, and the volume on the game was actually too loud. So just to give you a quick update and everything we're doing here, on last episode, we went ahead and purchased some chickens and ducks, got them fed so they can start producing some eggs, and we can start generating income from there, as well as taking care of some final field work. It looks like we got our grass fields taken care of, as well as getting the field prepped to plow. We sold off all the bales and made sure the livestock was taken care of. So today we're going to finish up that field, and then we're going to get into our third field and get some arable crops planted today. So hopefully everybody's having a great Monday, and hope you guys enjoy this episode. So let's figure out where we last left off. See if I have any vehicles out in that field still. I do. That's right. We were rock picking. All right. We'll go ahead and set a worker up on that. And oh, they have a full tank. Let's go ahead and empty that. For now, we'll just go ahead and dump these rocks on the edge of the field. We can go back and pick them up later. Didn't see any new mods come out today. Hopefully we'll be getting some new mods drop. I did see the old stream farm was in the testing list. If anybody watched the Farm Sim News by DJ Goham, he did show that on the Farm Sim News today, which is pretty exciting. I really enjoy that map, so probably be starting a new series on that map as well to coincide on this as a Let's Play series, but for our Over the Pond type series. Alright, we got those dumped. Go ahead and get the worker set back up, and then we're gonna grab that 9R and get in that field behind them. Actually, you know what? We'll grab the 8410 first. And let's get that lime spread on that field first. I was going to grab the 9R and throw some crop right in and kind of cheat the way, but we'll do it the proper way. I was going to cheat, throw down the seed, throw down lime, everything like that, but we'll go ahead and do it the proper way. Throw down lime first. Actually, you know what? We got the tools. Let's go ahead and do it. Crashing into things already. I tend to forget that I purchased all the equipment, and you have the ability to just pull up to big bags of pallets and just load them in. But for the sake of the series, I'll try to, and the added realism, let's try to do it the right way and use least amount of cheats as possible. And this way we'll also utilize our equipment. I know in my personal Let's Plays I tend to get a little lazy and just pull up and like we just did and fill everything up, but this adds a little more to the realism and as well as that immersive feel. So we'll get these big bags of lime unloaded, take that 8410 out in the field, and throw down the lime. Then we'll go throw some fertilizer down as well as some seed. I think we're going to go with sunflowers was the choice I decided for that field because they're very profitable and because we're all stocked up as far as bales. For the other field, I think we're going to go ahead and put some wheat in the field. All right, perfect. We'll go ahead and leave that right there for now. Awesome. All right, so let's get to the field. We'll throw our hazards on because we're going out to the road. Don't need no traffic hitting us or anything. So hopefully everybody's having a good Monday. I know every day above ground's a good day. And when you get to play Farm Sim, it makes it even better. Alright, go ahead and close that door. Really wish there would have been an entrance to this field right there. I know in the last episode I kept jumping the curb, but really I'm trying to do this as real as possible, and I know you could, but you probably wouldn't want to abuse the machines in that way. Alright. So I know this has a heck of a throw on it. So we will... Vehicle is broken. Okay. So it looks like we may have an issue with our other 8 series. Let's go ahead and get this down the field and we'll figure out what's going on. Line the nose up with this tire track right here. Or that mark, I should say, in the dirt. I did purchase that piece of machinery used, so it probably needs maintenance. And it looks like the worker also has double backing, so I paid him to go over the same spot twice, which is frustrating. It's really annoying when the workers you hire do that. So we're gonna go ahead and just throw down this lime anyway, and we're already out. All right, so maybe what I will do is we will utilize that trailer then. Go ahead. It's always some issues on the farm. Stopped working. That's interesting. Oh, it's that halfway point. Okay, so we have the mod where once the maintenance starts to get to the halfway point, the tractor will start to, you know, have issues. It'll stall or turn off. So we'll go ahead and do this ourselves because obviously the worker is not gonna finish the field. It'll keep turning off where we can just deal with it, turn it on, and then we'll bring it right across the street and get it, the maintenance done. You know what? I'm thinking for the sake of time. Let's go ahead and just get it done now. It's right there. So we don't gotta drive far. Just get it done. All right, to repair 6,800. Let's do it. I don't care to repaint it. I like that it looks used and hopefully not abused, but used. All right, so let's get the worker set back up now that we won't have any issues, and then we will go grab our truck. We'll grab that trailer, use the telehandler to load that up with the lime, and we'll bring that out. All right, let's tab over. I hate tabbing, but I'm not running back to the field, so let's go ahead and do this. Go slow with this truck. That reduced force braking mod really really slows this truck. Actually, it doesn't slow this truck. I should say it's the opposite. It makes this truck not want to stop. All right, let's make sure that is... Oh, we got the truck lifted. I want to lift the trailer, not the truck. We'll go ahead and level the truck out. Perfect. All right, we'll throw that up. And let's go ahead and grab the JCB. We'll load this up with some lime. Finish off these bags. All right. Oh. Sneak in here and grab. Oh. Get a bit of view on that so we can sneak in and grab another bag. There we go. Load that up. Oh, we got the door open. Oh, wrong button. How'd I open the door? There we go. Can we close the door? Perfect. Alright. That's weird. Well, that's odd. It's like opening and closing on itself. Let's go ahead and open our help menu here, because I forget. Open cover. There we go. Now we gotta deal with that. Auto opening and closing crap. Alright. Just going to go ahead and adjust this slightly. Perfect. Alright. That doesn't even look like it's barely full. So, to keep this game play series as realistic as possible, other than the super strength mod, I'm really not trying to cheat in anything, especially as far as fill types. You know, because we could just jump into this and fill it with lime and now we're good, but really trying to add to the added realism, and obviously that goes with cost expenditures and make sure we're doing smart things with the money. So we will make sure to not waste product and, you know, over apply and whatnot. So we will fill this up. Oh, that was the problem. Okay, there are two bins. I didn't notice the divider at first, so we will unload from the first bin to empty that out, obviously, because then we can put seed in there, and then we'll unload from the higher bin because we don't want it to be all lime all the time. All right, let's go ahead and put the cover back on that, and we will head to the farm. I mean the field. We're on the farm. All right. Farm is starting to look like where I live now, where all this rain is bringing everything back to life. Everything's turning green and blooming, which is nice. No more cold weather. All right, awesome. So that worker is going to town, picking those rocks. We got to make sure we watch him. Talk about cost efficiency. We want to make sure that he's not doubling the work. So we'll meet him down the end of this field, because I think that's probably his last or second to last pass. That other side of the field's already been picked, so we don't want him doing double the work and paying him for that, because that would just be a waste of money. That is the last pass. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and hop in that tractor and There we go. Fold that up. Get that out of the way. Perfect. All right. Now we'll run this down the side of the field. Now, normally in my role plays or let's plays, personally, I would bomb the truck right down the field, but we'll try to keep this as realistic as possible. Keep as many vehicles off the soil as possible to avoid compaction that's unnecessary. Go pull that help menu up again. So unfold trailer. Nope. We want to unfold the trailer. Okay, that is not what we want to do. All right, so, oh, there we go, pipe out. So we want to make sure we're taking from the right part. So this is line 2. Pipe in, pipe out. There we go, let's try that one. And we'll run over and grab this tractor. I'm talking about soil compaction. I got these big chunky tires on this tractor. Oh, we can adjust the width, huh? Let's see. Width. Oh, no, we want that thing all the way out. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead. Load this up. Where's that taken from? Why is that not loading? There we go. That is taken from the big bin. Shoot. Let's go ahead and stop that for a second and grab it from the other bin. Pipe in. There we go. Let's empty that side out first. Perfect. That'll give us 97%. So we'll go ahead and just make the lap down the field. Go ahead and turn that help menu off. This will probably take us to the end of the field. And then we'll run back up, fill her up, and make the last pass. And then we'll fill it up one more time because we can go ahead and while we have the lime out, might as well go lime that third field where we are going to throw down some wheat. I figured we'd throw wheat in there because not only can we use that arable crop to make a profit from, we can also use it to feed the chickens and the ducks. So we'll be really self-sufficient when it comes to our farm. The more we can be self-reliant to not spend money on excessive things such as chicken feed and duck feed and whatnot, or wheat or sorghum or anything like that, and that's what they take, we can go ahead and grow our own crops to feed our own animals, being a completely self-sufficient farm. We'll get this loaded up for the last time. We'll turn that off. Oh, okay, so that doesn't run if the truck is off. Alright, perfect. So we'll put the pipe in, close the cover, turn this off. Let's go ahead and finish this field. That actually used all the lime we had, so we may not be able to complete that other field with lime without purchasing some more. But I know we do have one more bag on the farm. We utilized that last bag on the farm. That may get us through that other field. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, that's a smaller field. Probably get it done with one pass. Try to get down the middle row here. Yep, figured. If it gets close, it doesn't let you throw it down, so no biggie. I did leave a path. Okay, perfect. So we'll go right around this field. Couldn't remember if I plowed all the way up to the path or if I left the path. I'm glad I did because that'll allow us to cut right through. No, we are going to have to purchase lime. That field is a lot wider than I thought it was. For some reason, I thought it was half the size it is, and it is not. So we will go ahead and we'll set a worker up. This way they'll just buy the lime that's needed to do just this field, and I don't buy an overabundance. And I'll obviously have to pay a worker, but is what it is. All right, let's get this equipment back. Throw our hazards on. We don't got beacons, so we'll throw our hazards on for traffic. What a difference it made on our last episode moving that light post. So many collisions coming in there, especially with the plow and everything else when you're doing field work. But I think from now on, instead of going out on the road like I've been doing, now that I remember that I left that path over there, we'll start utilizing that to get to our fields instead of going the roundabout way through the road and whatnot and having to actually deal with traffic. This is going to be too tall, so you know what, we'll stick it over there by that bale trailer, and then I can actually empty it where I got a big pile of rock already. You would think it's my first time backing something in. Oh, that's horrible. All right, let's get this backed in and unloaded. All right, now that that is unloaded, we'll go ahead and stick this over here by the plow. Farm's looking, the yard's looking a little messy, but we got to figure out where where we're going to put certain equipment, because some equipment just does not fit in these sheds. Again, I wanted to make it, you know, for the added realism to be an old style farm that we took over. Obviously, if all the buildings were brand new, it would be almost unattainable. So went with that old rustic American look, but unfortunately some of the equipment just does not fit. So with that said, speaking of equipment, I just wanted to see if there was any good used equipment. Nothing that we need. Of course, we just bought a baler, and then this baler comes out, which is a fantastic baler, especially because it's got the built-in woodrow. But with our mower, it automatically woodrows, so we don't need that. All right, let's take a look at our large tractors. Oh no, it was the seeder. I wanted to remember what the horsepower rating was for that. It was 280. Okay, so we can use this tractor to pull that seeder to plant that field. So that'll be perfect. Awesome. Like I said earlier, with everything blossoming around where I live, I'm sure with hopefully where you guys are living as well, it's getting warm weather, but comes seasonal allergies. So that was fun, waking up to that this morning and the watery eyes and stuffy nose. That time of year. Looks like we got some growth in the garden, adding all that water, which is good. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go on the road for this part because we got to stop by the shop to grab seed because we have no seed for our planter. And we want to switch that over to sunflowers. We're also going to, at some point, either have to lease or purchase a sunflower header, which is going to be interesting because we are running low on money. I did have a lot more, obviously. In the last episode, I took it out because it was money that I cheated in to build the farm and get the starting equipment. but I tried to keep myself on a budget. After the farm was built, purchasing the farm and the equipment, I wanted to keep myself at 1.5 million, just like a farm manager mode, and treat it as if it was like an inheritance, um, and pretty much spend every last penny to get this farm off the ground. So let's run over here. Let's grab some seed. Trying to think what gets the most bang for our buck. Big bags tend to have the most, more than pallets at least, but I could be wrong. Let's try pallets for a second. How much is a standard seed pallet? 1,050. I know I have ones that are way higher than that. Yeah, right here, 5,000. So let's go with barley, canola, chaff, maize, oats, potatoes, soybeans, sorghum, sunflower pallet. Here we go, $1,000, and it's 5,000 liters. Perfect. Oh, all right. I was gonna say, oh, shoot. I remembered I had something delivered to the farm earlier. I couldn't remember if um, we reset it back to the store because we were using the store deliveries. Thankfully, we were. For this purpose, we're gonna have to turn on a help menu and select sunflower. Come on. Oh, of course I passed it. Good thing I said shoot and not the other word. Tend to forget that you gotta be very careful with your language on YouTube. Okay, it's not gonna take the seed type, right? Awesome. So, okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. I said we weren't gonna do this, but we're gonna do it. And whoa, 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 what? Wrong buttons. All right, fold that back up. We're also gonna do this. We're gonna take this seed. I wonder. I don't think you can do this. I don't. I don't think I can resell it. Okay. That stinks. I need to find something where we can resell because obviously the seed is not going to work with that planter and well, you know what? We'll just put it over here. I cheated it in. It was 5,800, but it was $1,000, so we spent the money either way. So I guess the cheat evens itself out. At least in my head, that's the way it's going to go. All right. Now, because this seeder does not have fertilizer, we're going to have to come back after we plant and throw in some liquid and solid fertilizer. Now, we do have the sprayer, so we will have to buy that as well. All right. Okay. Once this unfolds, we'll go ahead and get lined up on the edge of the field, and then we are going to throw our marker down so we can come in and line this up. Scoot over here a little bit. Line myself up with these lines here in the field. I like to throw the tire on the outside edge. This way I know I'm staying where I need to be. Perfect. Alright. There we go. We'll throw that marker out. Throw that down. Throw that on. Get that lined up and set her. Let her rip. Awesome. So keep this nice and straight. We've got our marker to come down the field, so we'll line up the center of the tractor. Use that nice GPS monitor on the top of the tractor and line it up with that line we're ripping in the field, and we'll keep everything nice and centered. All right. Very overcast day for August here in Farm Sim. Really looking forward to the new mods coming out. Hopefully we'll get some today, if not today, tomorrow. But really looking forward to that, the Valley of the Old Farm coming out. I'm glad it's coming back. It's definitely a really fun map, as well as all the updates for 22. I mean, it was a fun map to play in 19. I'm really looking forward to playing it in 22, especially with the updates, because you used to have to manually put the bales up top. Now there's a loading trigger, which I guess is good and bad. It takes away from the realism of the realism of the experience, but at the same token, it does make it easier to get them pushed all the way back. Because even with the telehandler, you couldn't. It was a pain in the butt to get the bales all the way to the back wall and really stuff that upstairs part of the shed with bales. So now with the auto load, or the trigger to drop bales in that will auto load upstairs, it should make life a lot easier and be able to put more bales up there without making such a mess. All right. So I think what we'll do is we'll buy a couple pallets of lime. We'll take the truck after this pass. We're going to set the worker up and raise that up. We'll set the worker up. We'll hire a worker, finish this field, and we'll get to liming that other field. I'd like to get them both planted today for today's episode. So our next episode will be harvest time for the soybeans, hopefully. And by then, we'll have a little bit more money in the bank and can hopefully also have some sheep that start producing wool. That'd be pretty cool. All right, so we got a worker set up there. We'll tab over. There's the truck. And we'll get rolling. All right. Go over to the shop. We got the forklift over there, so instead of doing big bags, we'll pick up some pallets. Again, utilizing the tools that we pay for. Hey, I'm going to cheat and jump the curb over here. And we'll go ahead and throw this right here. And we'll grab, oh, we got big bag pallets we could do. 2,000 liters for 450. Give me 4 of those. Perfect. Excellent. All right, let's grab the forklift. Let's go load those up. I'm gonna try this. I haven't tried it with this forklift, but most of the time, if you try doing this with other forklifts, the game just does not like it. It, for whatever reason, wants to throw one of the pallets off. It starts shaking, wobbly. The forklift, I've had forklifts go flying into the air, doing like dramatic spins all over the place. And I haven't tried it with this one, but so far, so good. Looks like it's holding them both stable. But for some reason, some other forklifts, it just does not like it. wants to just tip them over. All right, so we'll dump it to the back. You end up getting that famous farm sim vehicle throw, where it just starts doing tumble salts through the air at 180,000 miles an hour, and then lands halfway across the map, which is always fun to watch, but not so much when you're streaming or trying to make a video. And then you got to reset it. All right. I have to say I'm very impressed. Really enjoying this Komatsu forklift. This was a great mod. And I think what I like the most about it too is that it's very scale. I've noticed a lot of mods recently when they come out, great mods, but scaling seems to be an issue sometimes. Um, where a piece of machinery will just be way too large or way too small. Like for example, this forklift in real life would be about this size to that F350 that's right there. Um, and then there's other forklifts where, it's 3 times the size of that F350. And although there are forklifts that are like that, um, oh, come on. The forklift itself is modeled after something in real life that's a heck of a lot smaller. There we go. All right, just wasn't at the right height. So unload that one, we'll turn, unload the other pallet, and then we'll roll out to the field. All right. Perfect. All right, so that one's unloaded. Spin around. Unload this one. Excellent, we'll have that unload. All right. Perfect. All right, that's unloaded. We'll go ahead and put this away. I would say I would love to see Farm Sim 24 be even more immersive than 22 is. Love the fact that we added production chains. Well, but Giants added production chains. It would really be cool to add, um, if they could add workers to things like the store. For example, if you needed lime and you bought pallets, you could park the vehicle in a certain area and it would show like an AI worker using a forklift, lifting up the pallets and emptying them into the piece of machinery. Just make for a more realistic experience and just make it more immersive. I'd also like to see, instead of just the contracting jobs, actual like jobs, like um, ones where it would have more like a role play feel, like a Grand Theft Auto type thing, where it'd have a storyline. I think that'd be really cool. Kind of like Ranch Simulator, if anybody's played that, it'd be really cool. Oh, I'm driving across the field like I said I wouldn't. But more farm based, right? So, um, on the concept of, having to take over an old farm, for example, and um, build up, some old barns that are broken, or um, fix some old equipment, and then work for a farmer. And like instead of having to create a role play like Dagowin and other YouTube creators do, such as myself, but more and more popular ones like Clutch Simulations and um, DJ Goham and Dagowin and Farm Sim Guy and um, Scroft and whatnot. And those guys do an amazing job with it, but it'd be cool if that was almost base game, right? Like you would pull up to a farm or a contract, for example, do a job, and you could potentially get hired for that job. Um, well, not potentially get hired, but you would be hired for that job, sorry. And if you did it well, there'd be more jobs. And if you didn't do good, maybe they don't, maybe the farmer doesn't hire you back. Almost like kind of like a real life situation. Um, Obviously, you'd have to really screw something up for that, you know what I mean? Because it wouldn't make for great gameplay, I'm sure. But it would be pretty cool to have that immersion, to have some type of storyline or role play where you could do both. So you could kind of free farm like we do now, or you could actually play the game and play as a farmer who, or someone who gets a job on a farm, learns the farm industry, takes it over, and then once you take it over, that would be it would be open, where it would become your farm and kind of open play like it is now. But the storyline itself would be, taking over an old farm for somebody who's retiring or whatnot. And ooh, like a squirrel caught or deer caught in headlights. Sorry, I thought these were uh, collectibles, and I was gonna say free money, but they're not. They're grills. All right, nice little campsite, random spot, but I like it. Um, but it'd be nice to have that storyline, and play out with missions and achievements and unlock rewards and earn pay, and then eventually have the farm turned over to you, and then it'd be open just like it is now, and you can manage it just how you do, and you could go for broke, or go for become the millionaire corporate farmer, or whatever you want to do. All right, where do we want to stick this? You know what? I'm gonna shove this right in here for now. All right. We don't actually need this tractor, so we will go ahead and park this. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and, I have never noticed that this had controls. What does this do? Oh, that's super cool. That is cool. I always walk by and I just never pay attention to the X's to see what they actually do on the vehicle. And, because most of the time you can use them with your remote control, but that is super cool, especially for roleplay. If the service level goes down, you can bring the tools over and fix it yourself with that maintenance mod. Let's just tab over to that truck. I don't feel like running all the way over there. Oh, he's done. Perfect. Better yet, let's go ahead and fold this up. And we'll just bring this right over to that field and throw. Oh, you know something? We are not going to be able to. Oh, no, we can. This does weed as well. I knew I bought this planter for a reason. Perfect. So one thing I don't like about some of the planters, you have to get a planter or a seeder, or both, right? Because you can only do corn in one, and then if you want to do wheat, barley, oats, or grass, you need to, just the best driver on Farm Sim. You need to have two of them. You need to have a planter and a seeder. However, this mod allows you to have all in one, which in my opinion I think is a little more realistic. I know sometimes you may have both, but it's usually, if you have both, it's usually because you're running or planting multiple fields at the same time. Um, but for the most part, you would use just one. Get this backed up, unfolded. And then we'll set the worker up over here. We'll get that truck back, and we will be good to go. All right, let's go ahead and set the worker up. There we go. Back to the truck. Perfect. You know, I own this field as well. So, I'm wondering, do I also own this shed? Because if I do, we can sell that shed just like we sold the shed in the other field. We can, and that's a free, easy 25 grand. So I will take it. Just like I'm sure. Nope, the house isn't over here, right? It's in that field. Okay, perfect. I'll take it. So we will go ahead and utilize the free landscaping mod. We will paint some grass in here. And maybe we'll throw a house or something in here for decoration. Or, matter of fact, now I'm thinking about it, we might put our dairy right here. Because when we finally do get our dairy cows and we have our own dairy, again, it's all about becoming self-sufficient. You know, in sure, I can't think of the word, but a farm that does everything, um, where we don't outsource any work or supplies, food, anything like that, where we do everything. We could put this dairy right here. It'll be right on the road. So when we take a portion of this field for our dairy cattle, we could put the dairy right here for our projection chain, and it'll be very, or more realistic, I should say, because it'll be right on the road. So folks could pull up here at the gas station or on the side of the road and go into the dairy and get milk and milkshakes and cheese and whatnot. Love the way that gas station looks. All right, perfect. Just like I said in the last episode, this map, they did a really good job with this map, bringing it back to FS22. And a lot of the Silver Run Forest buildings that we use just makes it feel just more immersive and kind of fits the vibe of the map, really. You know, that northeast, north central, or even northwest part of the United States feel, where it's not completely flat, but it's not entirely all mountainous region either. So, all right, now this, we have all these open stalls over here. I'm gonna throw this over here. I think what's gonna happen, I'll actually throw it over here next to that Keen's auger wagon. I think I'm gonna use those last 3 stalls for overstock for where we put wool and whatnot, because I'm not gonna run wool like 1 or 2 pallets every time we get them. I think what we'll do is we'll load our wool up in there, let it pile up, and then once when we get a nice, you know, full stall, we'll go ahead and sell it. Because because you figure size of a pallet, we fill each stall. So that'll be 1 stall, 2 stall, 3 stalls full of wool. Probably pack them 2 high in the back, 3 high in the middle. Yeah, you know, that's a couple $100,000 worth of wool. Perfect. That's what we'll do. All right. Which, yeah, see. I mean, as you can see, there's still baby lambs. No, we're gonna, you know, they're not gonna produce much wool, so it's gonna be quite some time. I don't expect for them to start producing mass amounts of wool, and at least until next year. They're just too small. And again, I could have went with full-grown lambs, but for realistic purposes, I mean, and starting on a farm, you know, and wanting to expand and grow, I figured we'd do the same with the livestock. We'll expand with, you know, baby animals and work our way up. All right, so that takes care of that. So we got wheat going in the other field, which we're going to tab over, get rid of that worker. We don't need to waste money for anymore. Bring that back. And we'll continue this ourselves. Nope. Get these directionals off. All right. Figure by the time I finish paying a worker to do this field, you know, we will just keep the worker going because I just thought of something. I'm thinking I don't want to sleep, but I wanted to get fertilizer going. So let's go ahead and do that. You know what? And another thing, instead of keep continuing to buy, oh, I don't want that on. Continuing to buy seed and fertilizer. I have this tool here, so let's go ahead and load this up. What is that? 10,000 liters. We want to max that out. 48 grand for seed. Maybe we won't. Maybe we will start with 5,000 liters of seed. Mineral feed. There is no more space for this product, so you can only put seed. Okay. You can only put seed there. Okay, interesting. I thought that was both seed and fertilizer, but it seems like it's just one, either seed or mineral feed. Interesting. Okay, well that's cool. We'll just we'll put seed in that, and let's take a look at what it would be for some liquid fertilizer tanks, and if it would be worth it. So I have these, but they don't fit the look and feel of our farm. Let's feed, diesel, water, buying safer fertilizer, lime. Trying to find something that would kind of fit the look and feng shui of our farm. Our liquid fertilizer tank looks very European. I don't want something that I want something that kind of blends right in and really looks like it belongs here. I don't want something that stands out. Liquid fertilizer. That looks old. That looks like American. 10 grand to install that. Plastic fertilizer, that's same. That one actually just says lizard on it, where this one's completely blank, right? Yeah, I would go with the blank one. Huts. Yeah, they got that roof. Mud fill station. Interesting. So we could throw a mud. Oh yeah, that's right. I do have that mud mod installed. So note to self, do not do field work when it's raining. We are going to get ourselves stuck. Bury some tractors. All right, so small petro, I already have that. Seed silo. All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go with that fertilizer tank. And I'm wondering, should I put it under cover, like something like this, and that would allow me to still utilize that, but but you would fill over here. Yeah, you know what? That actually, I kind of like that. Yeah, let's do that. All right, and we'll paint some quick little leaves and dirt in there, right? And the wind would blow and all the crap would be stuck in there and stuck underneath it. And some dirt, because we have dirt over here. Again, just like to add to that realism, added realism look or effect. If any of you guys have watched any of my other videos when I build things, I like to really get immersive with the textures and the ground paint here. Really just add to that feel. Plus, it just makes it look more, like I said, more realistic, but also it makes it in that immersive feel, but it gives you that sense of it doesn't look so new, right? It looks used, it looks worn in. It's something that has been here a while, you know? Yeah, that's good. Perfect. All right. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. All right. So now we're gonna have to buy fertilizer, right? Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. We're gonna have to move that. All right, let's go ahead and put another tool back in. A power washer. I like that small one because it's cost effective. It's only 500, but it's going to interfere. So maybe we will wash our vehicles. Oh, you know something? Let's put it here. Let's actually we'll stick it over here. Oh no, there's bale. I got bale storages set up there. Yeah, you know what? We'll just put it right here. We can pull the stuff up and wash it off. Right there. Perfect. All right, now let's access this. We want liquid fertilizer. Let's go 10,000 liters. Yep, I'm gonna have to. All right. Let's go ahead and jump in the Miller Nitro and fill this bad boy up. Oh, that trailer's gonna be in our way. All right. Did I put a trailer hitch on this? I did. Okay. So hopefully, I think this will hook up to that trailer. If not, we'll have to grab the 8410 and move this trailer out of the way. Let's see. Let's go ahead and turn our indicators off there. Oh, it does not recognize it. Okay, no big deal. Let's go ahead and we'll move this. I'll actually stuff this right here. Perfect. Grab the 8410, we'll move that bale trailer, and we'll stuff it somewhere. So I think what I want to do is I think I'm going to put the plow back over where it was by the silo. And then I'll move the rock picker over there and this bale trailer as well. Wow, I cannot drive today. Good thing it's a simulator and not a real life. In some big trouble. Alright, let's go ahead and get this hooked up and get this moved out of the way. Just bring this over there now. For now, I'll just chuck it right there. Like it's been rotting away under that tree. Oh, actually, I could have stuffed it right there in that manure pit because sheep don't produce manure, but I put it there so I could put manure or slurry as if they did, because obviously in the game the sheep don't produce manure, but in real life they would produce manure, most likely going back into the field. But for this purpose, we'll make it a buy station, or I made it a buy station, I should say, so that we could use it to fertilize the fields and help with nitrogen and our pH levels. So let's go ahead and back this in. We should be able to fill this up. Yep, perfect. All right, while that fills up, bet that worker is on his last pass. He is. Perfect. So we'll fold this up on this pass, get this out of the field, get the fertilizer over here, spray, get to the other field, spray. Now I didn't pluck the rocks off this field before I planted, but no big deal. Not too concerned with that. They don't really have an effect on the planter in the game. In real life, obviously, you wouldn't want that because you'd be damaging discs and everything else. Oh, so we'll go ahead and fold that up. All right. Let that fold up. Get some go-go juice going here. Really enjoying this new Red Bull Juneberry flavor. Plus Sonic has a slush version of it, which is fantastic. You really need go-go juice. You can go grab a Route 44 of a Red Bull Juneberry slush. That'll give you some wings. All right, let's get this back plugged in. You know what? We should take that tree out and open up a path through there. Or matter of fact, leave the tree, but get rid of the bushes. And just make a path through there. Get this planter put away. That's still filling up. It's funny when you notice things as you're playing, you're like, this looks good by design. And then as you're utilizing fields and whatnot, you're like, maybe not. Maybe I'll change that. All right, let's go shoot over here. And we will actually just continue this right through. Like this. Right through the bushes. Like that. We'll grab it on the track here. Takes us right through. Perfect. I'll throw down, get rid of these. Throw some mud in here. Then we'll take some dry dirt. Line those trails up. Like that. There we go. Now it looks like the mud's underneath. Now obviously we have a tree that's overhanging, so we're going to throw in a little bit of that foliage cover here. Perfect. All right. That's still filling. Speaking of washing, let's go wash all the lime off this tractor. All right. All right. That's nice and clean. We'll get that getter put away. And then we'll get some spraying done. All right. Love that tractor. It just sounds so good. Some great realistic sounds. Perfect. We ended up buying just the right amount of fertilizer. I'll fill this up, and then we'll still have some left over for next season, or next planting rotation, I should say, because we can plant any time of year. So probably won't get any more crops in this year though, because, well, depending on the snow schedule or mask on this map, probably won't get another crop in unless, what did I set? I set it on what, one day? Maybe. We might be able to get these fields harvested and planted twice this year. I don't know. The way those soybeans are growing tells me no, because it's already been since the series started almost 4 months, and um, they're not even ready. And I have seasonal growth calendar off. So, all right, let's get this unfolded. We'll get to fertilize, and actually, we gotta back that up, right? This is the nose one. Everything's off the nose and not the front. I mean, the back. All right, so the current nitrogen level is super low on this field, so we'll get an application put down, and then I think we'll put an application of this down in each field, and then we will take a look at maybe picking up or leasing. I like to say rent instead of lease, renting a slurry spreader and getting some liquid manure thrown on this field. Throw out lights on. It's a little overcast today. All right. Really like this mod. It's a New Holland sprayer. Just has the Miller Nitro setup. Guys are looking for good mods if you're on PC, more realistic American mods. I always tend to use, I don't know if they call it itch or uh, ITCH, whatever it is, but you can plug it in. There's some really good mods there, and Mod Network and Mod Hub. Um, Best places I like to go. There is one called King Mods. Um, a lot of good mods on there. The problem is you got to download them. If they're not direct downloads, they're from third-party sites, and I get nothing but pop-ups and viruses, and I'm not dealing with that for a mod. I'd rather just not have the mod than to open myself up and be susceptible to viruses and whatnot. So there, and 9 times out of 10, if it's on that website, it's on Mod Network or Mod Hub, or that itch or whatever, however you pronounce it. Somebody's made it. So easier to just download it from there. It's direct download. You don't got to worry about viruses and things like that. Not to mention mods that may not work, or somebody who is, again, taking someone else's mod to make some money off of it and taking the credit for it. So, and they're really good with people in this community are really good with putting in comments and saying if the mod is stolen or not, so you don't add to someone's work being pirated or stolen. Nope, missed a row right there, or little section. No big deal. All right. Oh, turn that off. We're just wasting product, throwing it on the grass. Let's go ahead and line this back up this way. We're not double spraying, but we're not missing. There we go. Oh, shoot. I hired a worker. That is not what I wanted to do. There we go. All right. So we'll finish this field, and then I think we'll throw a worker in this on the other field, And then we'll hit that sleep trigger. That'll put us into September. And then hopefully, let me check. You know what? Let's just hire a worker. And, oh, did I hire a worker? I did not. My character's still in there. We'll hire a worker. Let's take a look at the map quick and see where we are at for growth. All right, so we're still in the early stages of growth of the soybeans as well as um, our sunflowers and wheat. All right, perfect. All right, so we're gonna let this worker finish up real quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and we will be right back. All right, we are back. Well, it looks like we hit a tree, so the worker stopped. No big deal. We'll slide this over here. Let's take a little bathroom break real quick. Stream for an hour, chugging a Red Bull. That's the recipe for pause in midstream. All right, let's go ahead and get this field wrapped up, and then we'll go ahead and set the worker up in the other field. And then I think we'll end the stream there. Matter of fact, you know what? We'll end on this field, and on our next episode, we'll go ahead and, or our next stream episode, we'll go ahead and throw some fertilizer down on the other field, and we'll be good to go. I wonder, do I have crop damage off? Because if I do, crop destruction off, I do. Okay, maybe we'll run this in the soybeans as well, because I don't think there is any fertilizer in that field whatsoever. Oh, wrong one. It's actually not terrible. Nitrogen is, though. Yeah, it is. Oof, that is harsh. You know what, we finish this field. Let's just go ahead and knock out the headling. So we're not spraying right there. That's weird. That's interesting. Interesting. So it's orange and saying the goal is to be 0 nitrogen, yet we're heavy on the nitrogen. Be curious when I get up to this section where it's red if the sprayer will kick on. We're getting into the red section, and it's not kicking on. Okay, well, it will not kick on. All right, well, we're already ripping through this field, so we might as well run over to this field over here and throw down fertilizer. Whoa. Let's go ahead and throw in our headland. We can see that nitrogen application is going in perfectly. It's very strange, maybe because I've already planted, but that the field would say that the nitrogen is red, but the goal would be to be at 0 nitrogen. My guess would be because we already planted, and it was at the stage, it was too late to throw fertilizer down. No big deal. Alright, so we will go ahead. I said we were going to end the stream, but I figured, you know what, we're right here. We'll put this last application in, and then we'll be done. And then we'll end the stream, because I took the break, the bathroom break, and that'll cover that. So when we come back for next episode, we'll work these 2 fields, putting in some manure and some slurry, and get these fields green. So cut outward a little here, so we make our swing, the boom will hit the corner. I missed it, but that's no big deal. All right. go ahead and wrap this up. I'm wondering, that enhanced mud mod, am I having tire slippage because I'm wetting the field? A little bit, but because I thought that mod only worked with the rain, but I'm wondering if it is affected as well when you're spraying fertilizer. I mean, they're kicking up a little bit of dirt and soil off the tires, but nothing crazy. Oh, we're missing some of the field there. Getting off track. Staring at tires. All right. Obviously, the better we can make the yield for this field, the better profitability will be. So we treat the soil right, and we can profit off higher yields. I'm gonna make this last 2 passes here. Then on our way out, we'll hit that spot. And then when I make my swing, I'll hit that corner on the bottom left over there that I missed. And like I said in the last episode, I think this map would be a fantastic logging map. It really just has that vibe. It kind of makes you think like this could almost be connected to Silver Run Forest. Like if you were coming down the highway from the left side of the map coming into Silver Run Forest with the roller coaster on your right, when you go over those 2 bridges and you go by the Waffle Diner, it'd be like this would be the highway you'd be coming from. So you'd be coming like out of that tunnel, going through Goldcrest Valley to the other tunnel that would bring you into Silver Run Forest. So I think it'd be really cool to see this map as a instead of fields, just different elevation of woods, keep the town and everything like I said before, but just make it a complete logging map. Heck, you could probably actually make it corporate tree farming, where you could use these big fields, connect them all into one, plant a ton of trees, kind of like the plantation map, and just make it a corporate tree farm. That would be a lot of fun too. I think I might try that for a personal Let's Play. Maybe I'll post a video of it and see how it does, see if you guys like it. Let me know in the comments if you guys prefer arable farming or logging. It's like I said in my last episode, I put up a video on a logging, 3rd generational logging empire personal Let's Play. It seemed to get a lot of views. Everybody liked that. What I had done with that, not only what I had done with that map, but what I had done with the video itself. I enjoy the logging part. I enjoy them both actually, and I like that Farm Sim isn't just farming. I do like that, it incorporates logging because I mean logging is technically a portion of farming, there's different versions of farming. Farming can be anything from arable farming like we're doing to corporate greenhouses or corporate style farming and logging, Um, so I really like that they introduced that with the Silver Run Forest. Looking forward to the new DLCs and the year 2 season pass, especially as it introduces little teasers like carrots and stuff. Um, and I know carrots, onions, and stuff like that we have on other maps. Why is this not folding? There we go. Um, but it'd be nice to have a base game. Plus, I'm really looking forward to what that new map will be. I think they did a really incredible job with Silver Run Forest, and if that map is anything what it looks like in the picture, where it looks kind of cottagey or like it's UK based, it's gonna give me, it kind of gives me the vibes of a UK based map based off the pictures. But it looks like it'll be really, and again, the pictures don't mean that's what the map will look like, but it gives you that really closed, tight farm style that a lot of UK maps have, kind of like Comsden, um, and you know, the European map or the European farm map and other maps like that. Really looking forward actually to a couple European maps that are coming out, not just the Valley, the old farm, but Oxygen David's new map. And then there's another map, and I can't for the life of me remember what the name was, but it was in testing. I don't know if it was with testing with Giants or internal testing, but it was covered by DJ Goham. The person, I forget what the name of it was, but they were doing a lot of work and they took a break and they went back to it, but it looks incredible. It looks like it's really going to be a good map. For the life of me, I can't remember what the name was. But it'll probably drop right around the same time as Oxygen David's new map, so I will definitely be playing both of those, and we will stream some episodes on the channel. All right, we'll get that put away. Well, that'll be it. So that'll be it for this stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, remember, smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're new. I put up, now that I have a mic, we'll be putting up daily and weekly content every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Not Friday, sorry, Monday, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and maybe a bonus video Sunday. Sunday will be from personal Let's Plays that I don't post a ton of stuff on in the series, but hopefully if you guys enjoy them, if you throw comments in or like them, I will post more of them. Other than that, I hope everyone has a great Monday, and I hope you enjoy this episode. We'll see you for the next one. See you Wednesday.